The fact that we floored through this pattern right now and are about to break through the top of the pattern is amazing. So I woke up this morning somewhat devastated. Let me tell you why. Well, I looked at the 1 hour time frame and it was very overbought. Looked like we were going to dump to the downside out of this wedge to 35, 38. It was very likely. I said we must get back inside the pattern. I said the S&P must break back inside this pattern to remain bullish. I said it looks like we may try to get back in and then get rejected. The fact that we floored through this pattern right now and are about to break through the top of the pattern is amazing. This is a big deal for the S&P. This is a big, awesome deal. We got above the POC at 36.51. I kept saying we must get back above this POC. If we do not, it's going to be a struggle. So right now, we broke back inside of this wedge. If you break back inside the wedge, then the measured move is still on, baby. S&P could break up back to 38.05. I've been showing the 2-week chart, which is extremely oversold. I've been showing the monthly chart, which is beat up. This is where you begin to buy assets right here. This is where things begin to pump to the upside. So I see a lot of fear in the industry. But I'm telling you, even look at this. If I take a look at everything here, look, swing up to swing up, swing down to swing down. That's hidden bullish divergence right there, which tells you that the trend will continue to the upside on the monthly chart. So are they going to start printing money again? Something is saying something's going down here. The S&P getting a bit of a pump here. This is a bullish sign for the S&P. So everyone is freaking out. The crypto fear and greed index, everyone's wilding out, and boom, boom, boom. And hey, I long this fear. I told you I long this, and it is what it is. MX token is MX own token. Hot on the weekly. Oh yeah, that token's gonna fly. You know, I thought it was the MXC, but you call it MX token? All right, I'll take a look at it for sure. No, we've traded it back and, well, I haven't traded it yet, but I've been beginning to speculate on it. So beautiful. This was more likely to happen, was that this bear flag would break down. We got the short squeeze. You got to watch the 7-minute. And the 7-minute did bump to the upside. I cannot believe how many times the 7-minute has got us out of some of the stickiest, most confusing situations ever. I've gone to bookmap in the 7-minute, and honestly, like, I don't really have sticky situations anymore. I'm pretty good with my probabilities, and I'm pretty good at finding out where Bitcoin's going to go based on the 7-minute using bookmap. I perfected this. No one does this. Nobody uses the 7-minute and bookmap together. It's my own little unique thing. Go find any trader in the whole world. Maybe you'll find some, but not the way I do it. No trader in the world does it the way I do it with the 7-minute and bookmap. And I've been able to accurately position ourselves at Bitcoin many times. So it is what it is, right? So look, the S&P bounced back in. Big moves for the world markets. The S&P getting above that zone is huge. It's a really big deal. And I feel bad for everyone because I walk around the neighborhood and I know everyone has, you know, even at least some middle-class people, they don't know a lot. So they just have an advisor that they pay something, and, you know, the S&P tanks, they're going to take a hit. You know, NASDAQ tanking. So I want to see this stay up for the average investor, the person that doesn't understand, doesn't do what I do every single day of their life. I've dedicated my whole life to this, up and down, left and right, hours and hours and hours. If I make billions of dollars, it'll be because I spent my whole life doing it. You know what I mean? It will actually average the time that I put in. It'll be insane. So look at this. We're above this POC, and all I want to see is stay us above. I want to see us get above the zone here. All right? And get a move. So this is good for the average person. This is good for the average markets. I like this. Look, I can't believe it broke the resistance. This is insanity. S&P, something happened in that meeting, or something's getting leaked about that Fed meeting. It looks like they're going to print money. Looks like they're going to start buying assets again. They said they were going to start offloading $1 billion of assets. I don't think they can do that. I think if they do that, they're going to destroy every... See, here's the thing. Credit Suisse has an unlimited supply of financial advisors, but they lost $5.5 billion because they moved too slow last year. Exactly. I made more money than they did, and I'm alone in my basement. Yet they're the guys who went to Harvard, Penn State, all these amazing places, and they're financial advisors. I'll tell you right now, the guy who grinds from the bottom, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's two different people in life, people that get spoon-fed and people that actually did it from the very, very ground up, right? And you always want to do something from the ground up. You read about all the greatest people in life, right? The guy started at the paper store, or at the paper, you know, the paper mill. And he was like, you know, he started putting the coal in the fire. Then he worked his way up to, you know, actually running the machines. Next thing you know, he was a billionaire owning a paper company. This is true. And you read about these stories from the 1700s, the 1800s, self-made men that started from the very beginning and grinded every single day. They didn't let one person tell them that they couldn't do it. They stayed away from negative energy, negative people, and they grinded every single day. That is the key. Focus. Don't let people steal your focus. Where is your focus? Keep your focus on the same consistent goal every single day till you reach that goal. Make another one. Bang, bang, bang every single day, and do not let anybody in your way until you achieve the greatness that you're going for.